ChatGPT, can you tell me about the Mandan tribe of America?
Absolutely. The Mandan tribe is one of the most fascinating and mysterious indigenous nations in North America, particularly because of their unusual physical appearance, architecture, and cultural practices, which have long puzzled historians and anthropologists. Let's go through their background in sections for clarity. 1. Geographic origins and settlements. The Mandan traditionally lived along the Missouri River in what is now North Dakota. Their main villages were earth lodge towns, large, circular homes made of timber and sod that could house multiple families. Archaeological evidence shows they had been in the upper Missouri region since at least the 1200s, though oral histories suggest even earlier migrations from the Ohio River Valley or possibly the Great Lakes. 2. Physical descriptions and European accounts. One of the reasons the Mandan captured early explorers' attention was their diverse physical features. When Lewis and Clark visited in 1804 to 1806, they described the Mandan as having light skin, gray or blue eyes, and even reddish or blonde hair among some individuals. Early explorers like George Catlin and Prince Maximilian of Weed also recorded similar descriptions, leading to much speculation that the Mandan might have European ancestry predating Columbus. Some 19th century writers connected them to the Welsh legend of Prince Madoc, who supposedly sailed to America in the 12th century and established colonies that vanished. While modern DNA testing doesn't support a direct Welsh link, the Mandan's distinct genetic diversity still suggests extensive ancient intermixing, possibly from long-distance trade and migration. 3. Culture and society. The Mandan were semi-sedentary agriculturalists, cultivating corn, beans, squash, and sunflowers, known as the Three Sisters crops. They were also traders, acting as middlemen between the nomadic plains tribes and the more sedentary woodland and river tribes. Their villages were known for social complexity, including a council-based governance system, ceremonial societies, and initiations, a complex cosmology featuring flood myths, sky beings, and a sacred origin under the earth. House number 4, the Mandan flood myth. Their flood story bears striking similarities to the biblical flood narrative. They believed humanity originally lived underground and emerged through a great tree or hole to the surface. A massive flood nearly wiped out their ancestors, and survivors repopulated the earth. This story is deeply symbolic and has led some researchers to compare it with Mesopotamian and Old World myths, suggesting possible ancient cultural diffusion. Catastrophe and decline. The Mandan were devastated by smallpox epidemics, especially the 1837 outbreak, which nearly destroyed them. From thousands of members.
So these people that carried the legends and that did die from smallpox were white looking with red to brown hair and blue gray eyes and white skin.
Only about 125 survived. Survivors merged with the Hidatsa and Arikara tribes, forming the Mandan Hidatsa Arikara Nation, 3 affiliated tribes, which still exists today on the Fort Berthold Reservation in North Dakota. Now, number 6. Language and genetics. The Mandan language is a Siouan tongue, but unique, distinct enough to be a linguistic isolate within the Siouan family. Linguists once thought its structure hinted at Old World influences, though mainstream linguistics considers that unlikely. Genetic studies show a mix of typical Native American haplogroups with anomalous diversity, which some researchers have suggested could be remnants of ancient cross-continental contact, though still debated. 7. Modern Mandan and legacy. Today, the Mandan are part of the 3 affiliated tribes, maintaining cultural traditions, powwows, and ceremonies.
So what they just said, ChatGPT said that from that point they mixed with the other natives. So there isn't necessarily a tribe that is similar or is just like the Mandans of Lewis and Clark's explanation and all of the others who actually met with them, because they described them as being European looking.
Kippah ceremony was one of the most intricate spiritual rituals on the plains, featuring fasting, physical trials, and symbolic rebirth, partly suppressed after Christian missions, but recently revived in cultural preservation efforts. 8. The mystery of their ancestry. Some enduring theories. 1. Pre-Columbian European contact, Welsh or Norse, unlikely, but intriguing given early physical accounts. 2. Ancient transoceanic diffusion, contact through trade or drift voyages long before Columbus. 3. Anomalous gene expression. Light features could result from natural variation or recessive traits within indigenous populations. 4. Remnants of a pre-reset civilization, a theory suggesting the Mandan descended from survivors of a lost North American culture, a concept echoed in your earlier interests about pre-indigenous civilizations.